dial pound 250 and say great results. That's pound 250, say great results.
Hi, Caroline and Isabel here. We're the co-founders of DeBomb Bath, and we'd like to invite you to our warehouse sale. Save up to 80% on fragrant fizzing bath bombs, each with a fun surprise inside. We've got Disney Princess, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Barbie, Hot Wheels, and even Marvel bath bombs. Plus, holiday bombs for everyone on your gift list. You'll also find shower steamers, bath salts, and more. Stop by Thursday to Sunday, November 7th to the 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 7400 Bush Lake Road in Edina. The DeBomb Warehouse Sale. Visit debombbath.com for more details.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Ridgefield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart Radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
iHeartRadio brings you the ultimate Rolling Loud Miami experience. The biggest hip-hop festival in the world is celebrating its 10-year anniversary, and you can be there to see live performances from Future, Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, and many, many more. You and a guest will be set up with flights and hotel, plus VIP weekend 3-day tickets to Rolling Loud Miami this December. All thanks to Rolling Loud. And winning this iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience is so easy. For your chance, just listen to this station on the free iHeart app.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
Good morning. We've got wet weather, so please drive with caution. 94 has delays westbound from Lake Elmo to Radio Drive and from Johnson Parkway to Highway 52. 94 slow eastbound from Maple Grove Parkway to Weaver Lake. Heavy from Olson Memorial Highway to Hennepin Lindale. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Totino Grace High School. The time is right to apply to Totino Grace High School. The early action deadline is November 30th, so don't wait. Apply today and find your place at Totino Grace. Apply now at totinograce.org/apply.
Need a reason to smile today? You found it. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Happy Monday from KDWB. Keep listening on the iHeartRadio app for those Sabrina Carpenter tickets and the trip to L.A. And another ticket tag comes up in about 10 minutes for Billie Eilish.
4 minutes.
4
7:10.
minutes. Oh, my God.
Come on, quick,
Just keeps coming. Let's do Think Fast. Hosted by Jenny. You get to play along, too. That's great things about the games on the radio station is you get to compete along with us, and we don't even know that you're beating us. So it's me versus Bailey. Let's get started.
So the way this is going to work is kind of a fill in the blank. I'm going to give you the initial of the word you have to do, but I'm going to give you one word, finish it with the initial, okay?
Okay.
So starting with a B, pickle.
Ball.
Brine.
Yes. Dave.
Pickleball.
Oh, pickleball.
Yes.
Oh, but I was right, too, with brine.
I mean, it's okay.
Okay.
Dave's on the board with one. Starting with an N, cat.
Nap.
Yes.
Oh, this is confusing. Okay.
I
You got to
know.
think in reverse.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. Okay, starting with a C, iced.
Coffee.
Yes.
Oh, my brain is not picking this one up.
You got the first one, Dave.
I know, but I want to put the okay, go ahead.
You've got
Jenny.
it.
I know what you mean. When I was writing this, I was like, this is going to be confusing. Starting with a P, apple.
Pie.
Pie.
Yes, Dave.
Oh, I
Good
think I
job.
got it now. Okay.
Good job. Okay, 2-2. Starting with a B, workout.
Buddy.
Ball.
I'll take buddy.
Okay.
Buddy will work.
What
I
were you
would have
looking
taken
for?
bench.
Workout bench.
Anything. That all works. It just has to like coincide somewhat. You know?
Can I tell you, I was at Snap the other day on Saturday, and I was trying to do something. They're called hip thrusters,
Yeah.
where you put a barbell across your lap,
Oh, yeah.
and then you thrust
Good
your
for
hips
your
back and
glutes,
forth.
baby.
Yeah, I could not. I think everybody at the gym was staring at me because I got trapped under the barbell. I had it across my hips, and I couldn't get it off. And I was like, okay. And I didn't move because I didn't want to look like I was panicking.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it look like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I was panicked. I was trapped under the barbell. It was across my hips.
How long were you trapped?
20
minutes?
18 minutes.
18 minutes?
No, I don't know.
He had to cut off his leg.
4 or 5 minutes. Not that long.
That's
I was
still a long time, though.
5
Well, I didn't know what to do because I was trapped, and I was going to ask somebody to help me lift the barbell off, but I didn't want to be that guy.
Excuse me? Could you come help me,
Sure.
please?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here with us today, Dave.
Thank
Not
you.
still trapped underneath that.
You made it here.
Okay, next one.
Yes.
Starting with a T, movie.
Theater.
Time.
Yes, Dave.
Well, I don't know why
You would have gotten that too, but Dave was
That's
quicker.
okay.
Starting with a W, book.
Worm.
Yes.
Oh, good, Dave.
Dave
Yay.
has 5. Starting with an S.
Dave has 4. Okay, maybe he has 5.
Yeah, he has 5.
My bad.
Starting with an S, holiday.
Shopping.
Oh.
No. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Station stores.
Come
on,
Dave gets the point.
What are
okay.
you doing?
Actually, Bailey, I'm looking back. You are correct. Dave only had 4.
Okay, great. So,
But now
that's
he has 5.
Okay.
Yes, holiday station stores, buy 2, get 1 free with their Gatorades right now. Go get that deal, baby.
So, are you using this as a plug for holiday station stores rather
know what
than
you're
to
talking
play honestly and take holiday shopping?
No, I'm taking holiday shop.
Oh, you are? Okay,
yeah, I was
good.
just like you setting it up. So
there was
I could-
another
So I
option.
could personally talk about my favorite gas station, holiday station
I
stores.
get it. No, I get it.
Okay. Starting with an R, Dave.
Ryan.
Yes.
Oh,
Idiot.
I didn't have it.
Roebucker.
Starting with a C, Christmas.
Cool
Carol.
108. Oops,
That's a
dang
K,
it, that's a K.
fool.
Carol. Yeah, Christmas.
Dave, you were a little slow on that, so I'm not going to give you that.
All right, fine.
Okay. Starting with an S, ice cream.
Sunday.
Sandwich.
Yes, Dave. Okay, so we got
I
game.
said. I feel like I beat
Did
him,
you get
but
it?
it's
Vaughn,
fine.
do you know?
I think it was Dave.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bailey.
It's fine.
I think he said it louder, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. That makes
Which
sense.
always means more.
Okay, game point for Dave. Bailey has 3, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. Starting with a D, wiener.
Dog.
Yeah, that was a tie.
That was
Okay.
a tie.
That was a tie. Starting with an F, grand.
Funk.
Forks.
What
That
did
was-
you say, Dave?
Funk.
No, Bailey. Give it to Bailey.
Was it Bailey? Okay.
Forks, yeah.
Okay.
God, you guys were close on that one. That was
All right, fine.
tough. Bailey has 4. Dave, game point still. Starting with an L, little.
Lotta.
Logs.
What did you say?
I don't know, Lotta.
No.
And I said logs, little logs.
Little
but
logs.
I'm thinking of, what am I
I
thinking
don't know
of?
what I'm thinking of either. I think it might have been a comic strip back when I was a kid, Little Lotta. I'm not
Little
sure.
logs.
So I had Little League. Would have been probably
Oh.
the best answer.
Oh, I like this round. This is very clever. Very
Well,
nice.
That's the end of that part.
Oh,
now we're
okay.
going to go to the speed round. It's still game point for Dave. Bailey has 4. Just give me the opposite of the word I say, okay?
Okay.
Enthusiastic.
Apathetic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Bailey.
Is she coming back?
I'm coming back.
She is. Chaotic.
Calm.
Calm. Oh, dang it.
Dave got that
No.
one.
All
right,
You
well-
are the winner, Dave.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's do it right now. I'm going to look for a winner for Billie Eilish ticket tag right now. Caller number 10, name last hour's winner, last time's winner, 20 minutes ago's winner, and you get the tickets for the show. And we're doing this every 20 minutes. Billie Eilish, XL Energy Center next Monday night. If you don't know the name of the previous winner, then listen this time and you'll get it for 7:20 or 7:30. So does that make sense? It's just basically it's listening, remember the name of this winner, and then calling with it in 20 minutes. So if you remember the last time winner, then you call in to win 651-989 KDWB. And boom, just like that, you guys, we got a winner
Wow.
already.
Nice.
Good morning, Margot.
Good morning.
What are you up to, Margot?
I'm just heading into work.
Okay, Margot, who was last time's winner?
Jenna.
Jenna, you're a winner. Congratulations. You were going to Billie Eilish. Now we have to remember Margot's
Margot.
name. So Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah, Margot Robbie.
Margot
That's-
Robbie.
yep,
I
that's
think would
what I
probably
would
be the
go
best
with.
one. So write down Margot somewhere, remember it, and we'll do it again at 7:30. So now you're equipped, but don't leave because now you're armed with powerful information. And if you leave, it's like finding a $5 bill and leaving it there on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Don't leave your $5
Don't do
bill on the
that.
sidewalk. You got that $5 bill. Clutch it. Stay here and win. We'll be back commercial free coming up next on KDWB. Stay here.
101.3. 101.3.
KDWB.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024.
Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in.
From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all.
Tomorrow night,
Stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app.
just search election to listen to iHeart's 24/7 news channel.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
The gloominess continues the next couple days. We'll see scattered showers throughout the day today with a high of 57 and then some more rain tomorrow, a high of 45.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
And now things that I'm thankful for. Family, number 1. Number 2, friends, for sure. Number 3, taco bars. And number 4, absolutely those drinks with the little umbrellas in them. Oh, and also the professionals over at Zero Res who make the holidays so much better with a clean home. I don't have to do it myself. I call my cleaning heroes from Zero Res for the carpets, hardwood floors, upholstery, because you don't want Aunt Linda sitting on a dirty couch, area rugs, and air ducts, too. Call Zero Res and tell them you want that KDWB special, and they will send somebody out to take care of your house in time for the holidays. Oh, and some deals. Get back to clean and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning, too. 952 Zero Res or online at zeroresminnesota.com. Tell them you want that KDWB special. They'll get it done in time for Thanksgiving and the holidays. Zero Res. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Hi, Caroline and Isabel here. We're the co-founders of DeBomb Bath, and we'd like to invite you to our warehouse sale. Save up to 80% on fragrant fizzing bath bombs, each with a fun surprise inside. We've got Disney Princess, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Barbie, Hot Wheels, and even Marvel bath bombs. Plus, holiday bombs for everyone on your gift list. You'll also find shower steamers, bath salts, and more. Stop by Thursday to Sunday, November 7th to the 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 7400 Bush Lake Road in Edina. The DeBomb Warehouse Sale. Visit debombbath.com for more details.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
If you've been injured in a car accident, you might be wondering, is it time to hire a lawyer? The insurance companies are coming at you. You're overwhelmed. You're not sure what to do. Well, that's where Nicolay Law makes it so simple. If you head to their website, nicolaylaw.com, right on that homepage, there's a big button that says get a free case evaluation. You fill out some information, and then they're going to reach out to you and figure out if they're the right fit for you. They're only going to let you know to work with them if they think that they can help win your case for you. They also answer calls 24/7. You can give them a call as well at 1-855-NICOLET.
Fall is here, and you know what that means. Chilly days are just around the corner. Don't let the cold catch you off guard. That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryant Heating and Cooling will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently, no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryant systems and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Bryant, official heating and cooling company of the Minnesota Wild.
At Shane Company, we believe everybody is made to shine. So put on earrings that make you sparkle, diamonds that light up the room, a modern heirloom you'll treasure. We're all made to shine. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Ardmore Construction specializes in roofing, windows, and siding. Right now, get $500 towards your project. ArdmoreConstruction.com. ARDMOR Construction.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times. From Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from From national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Does your insurance company want you to settle fast? Pump the brakes, hold the phone, and call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline with your best interest in mind. Don't settle fast for less. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY and tell them Ross sent you.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
We've got wet weather, so please drive with caution. 494 has delays westbound from Portland to Penn. 694 slow westbound from Long Lake to East River. 35W sluggish northbound from McAndrews to Highway 13. There's an accident northbound at 125th Avenue on the left shoulder. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Hamlin University.
Get the education you need to succeed at Hamlin University, where every student graduates having completed at least one paid internship or field-based research project. Graduate with real-world experience and the skills employers want on your resume. Start your future today at hamlin.edu/applyhu.
Don't be scared. It's Halloween season, and the free iHeartRadio app has everything you need to make it a scream. Commercial-free Halloween radio. Custom playlists like Fright Night Rock. And spooky podcasts like Stuff to Blow Your Mind.
Demons, curses, and Halloween stuff.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio. From relationships to the latest trends, all with four very real, oversharing people. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
You guys hear about Peanut the squirrel?
Yes, I did.
Do you know about this,
It's really
Bailey?
sad,
I just
actually.
think you guys hear about Peanut the squirrel?
This is something that came on my radar yesterday, and I'm like, did a little deep dive. Do you know about this, Vaughn?
Who is Peanut the
Okay,
squirrel?
you know about Peanut
I
the
do.
squirrel. So Peanut the squirrel, and I probably will get some of this right and some of it wrong, but Peanut the squirrel was basically a social media star, and I think they had their own Instagram page, Peanut the squirrel.
TikTok, I think they were bigger on.
Bigger
but
on
yes.
TikTok. So apparently Peanut was adopted, they found Peanut straggling around the backyard or whatever, and so they brought him in. And then they fed him and they raised him with a dropper with milk or whatever. And then they set him loose, and then Peanut came back to the house with half of his tail missing. So something had gotten a hold of Peanut, and Peanut was like, "Nah, I want to be here in the house where it's safe." So they would put a little cowboy hat on Peanut, and they would have him do social media. And then he had a raccoon friend. Do you know the raccoon friend's name, Jenny?
I don't know that name, but I know
Troy?
that there was a raccoon involved too.
Peanut.
And then, so somebody, and if I get this right,
Fred is the raccoon.
Fred the raccoon.
Mhm.
And so they are, they're not domesticated. They're still wild animals. But then somebody complained in New York about how somebody had this squirrel. And so then the authorities came, like Game and Fish or Game and Wildlife or whatever, and they said, we got to take your squirrel. You can't keep a squirrel. They were going to take it, but then the squirrel bit the worker, so then they had to kill the squirrel to test it for rabies. And everybody is up in arms about Peanut the squirrel.
No.
And they killed Fred the raccoon, too.
No.
No, I know. And it's just like,
What did Fred do?
well, I don't know what any of them did. I'm
He's
not
an
sure.
accomplice.
He's an accomplice, yeah. But I'm not really sure. And that's really kind of all the details that I have. But people are really up in arms because they've been following Peanut the squirrel. And he's an adorable little, brown squirrel, little fat little guy.
I'm wondering why they couldn't have tested them for rabies ahead of time before having to kill them. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah,
because they
not-
euthanized both of them, and I don't get it. But the owners, I've seen them doing interviews on TMZ and other places, and they are distraught. They are crying and upset, and they're like, they took these guys from us. They weren't doing anything wrong. And the owners actually, because of the popularity, they started it's called Peanuts Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary something.
Yeah.
So they went on and were doing really good things with other animals because of the fame that Peanut brought with the social media and stuff.
They have
And-
686,000 followers.
Is
I've
that
never heard of Peanut until
Isn't
now.
that I never heard of him until maybe Saturday, and then I started Peanut the good because somebody posted on Twitter. It's I can't believe what they did to Peanut the squirrel, and I'm like, what? So then I Googled Peanut the squirrel and heard the whole story. His Instagram account shows the squirrel leaping onto his dad's shoulders, jumping through a hoop, holding and eating waffles, and wearing little miniature hats.
See, I think animals are much smarter than we give them credit for. Because there's stories like this. Then there's that squirrel that rides on the little surfs at Mall of America.
Yeah.
Then there's all those raccoons that swarmed that woman's house. I feel like in TV shows, you know how like Alvin and the Chipmunks talk, but we kind of can't hear them?
Yeah.
In another
They're
world,
actually
this
talking.
actually does exist. They do
are
have their
smart.
own minds.
This is kind of in that same vein. In Australia, they're like teaching dogs how to drive.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're like dogs are actually really smart, like way smarter than you think. And so they're teaching the dogs how to drive in Australia, and they have like special dog cars.
Are you serious?
Yes, I swear. I favorited it on Instagram because I was like, I should talk about this at some point. I just haven't had it come up yet.
Well, there's the sad news about Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon.
Wow.
Just kind of a weird story.
My heart.
I know. All right, coming up in another 5 minutes or so, we get another pair of tickets for Billie Eilish for Ticket Tag. If you remember last time's winner just 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, stay here another 5 minutes. The longer you listen, the more chance you have to win. Good luck. What's going on, Bailey J?
All right. Well, we've all heard of Friendsgiving, where you have like a Thanksgiving, but it's just you and all your pals. But I have a handful of other cozy girl parties to throw this fall, and you don't have to be a girl to partake. They're just called cozy girl parties. So I'm going to tell you about some of them. Here's one: TJ's and PJ's, where you go to Trader Joe's for snacks, because Trader Joe's kind of has an aesthetic. You get a bunch of snacks at Trader Joe's, and then you all dress in your PJs, watch Netflix all day, eating your Trader Joe's snacks.
That sounds great.
TJ's and PJ's. Here's another: the Great Bestie Bake Off. Everyone bakes something and then judges each other's dishes, but not judging it harshly, but judging it like they would on the
This
Great
is
British
crap,
Bake
Carol.
Off. Yeah, I hate this. That sounds fun.
Do y'all do it at the same kitchen at the same time? I would
feel
imagine?
like maybe you like bring the stuff
Yeah,
in, but maybe
Okay.
like pre-created, but then you like can bake them all together,
I
for the
kinda like
smells.
that. Just imagine the aromas in the kitchen.
Exactly.
It's
That sounds
delightful.
nice. Or similarly, a soup soiree. This would be my kind of jam, where everyone makes a soup and then you can like sample everyone's soups. That sounds great. I freaking
It actually
love
does.
soup.
Yeah.
So another, flannels and fizz, where everyone wears a flannel pajama set, drinks champagne. Maybe combine that with another cozy girl party, a Gilmore Girls marathon. So you guys all watch Gilmore Girls. You drink your champagne, and then you wear your flannels. That sounds like a hoot of a time to me.
I'm thinking we should all do this.
Okay.
I'm thinking one of us doesn't have a partner. You can invite Trip along.
Okay, great.
But we'd all wear like flannels and do soup at a little soup party.
That sounds so fun.
Over at my large Chanhassen McMansion.
your large McMansion.
Mhm.
Can we also combine it with a candle making crafternoon, where we all make our own
I was going to make
candles?
fun of you for this, but this is actually, some of these sound sort of cool.
Don't they sound fun?
They
I
kinda
think
do.
these sound super fun. And yeah, a candle making crafternoon, where you just buy all of the accoutrements to make your own candles, and then you do that. You could combine that with some kind of, I don't know, Gilmore Girls marathon or flannels and fizz, all of that jazz. And then this one I thought was wild, pretty crazy: a jean jacket makeover party, where you could get your jackets at Goodwill and then a bunch of iron-on patches like at Michael's or something, and then have fun decorating them
Okay.
together.
That is fun.
That is so adorable. I remember Allison had a jean jacket when she was probably 8, and we went to the state fair, and there was a booth selling all kinds of little iron-on or
Ooh.
patches. Rugrats. This thing was covered with Rugrats little patches.
Fabulous, because she
She
could have
still
done
has it somewhere.
a jean jacket makeover party, or maybe she could have a crafternoon with all of her friends.
My favorite, I'm voting for soup. I like the soup
You
one
like the
best.
soup
yeah.
one?
I like
Okay.
the soup or the baking one, yeah.
I like the soup one as well, and yeah, the baking one, because there's food involved, and then you can eat stuff, and then we could just wear our pajamas, period. But I feel like the moral of the story is get all your friends together, your gal pals, your guy pals, and be like, let's hang out and have a good time together.
Would guys do this, though? I don't feel like I could ask a couple of my boys, come over in your pajamas.
I think they would, because just think, like, if you have a bunch of guy friends, they're never going to get asked to do any of this stuff. So if you're the one who's like, hey, let's all go to Trader Joe's for aesthetic snacks and then have a PJ party, I bet the guys are going to be like, Really?
No, they'll probably block me.
Really? I would love to.
You know what, Vaughn? Maybe you should be the leader of this movement
Yeah.
for men.
Be the change you wish to see in the world, Vaughn.
Yes, you've started hosting these parties and see. And then you guys can all talk about your feelings. You can talk about the drama because I swear to God, if Andrew comes home one more time after hanging out with his buddies and tells me about a breakup and has no details about it, I'm going to lose my mind.
So help me.
What do you mean by
It's such
that?
a man thing. They go hang out with their buddies and they hear, oh, so-and-so broke up, but then they don't ask details because nobody shares their feelings or emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you ask some more details? I need the gossip.
That's
Like,
a good
what
cozy girl
happened?
party for guys is share your feelings party.
Yeah.
Where you all get together, you wear some soft pants, and then you get some champagne and you talk about how you feel.
Yeah, guys
Or
don't do
like an
that.
Guys don't do that. They really
Maybe
don't.
some IPAs.
They really, guys don't do that.
They should start.
Text messages. How funny. Our Halloween potluck at work last week, we did a soup testing flight. So like a flight of alcohol, we did
Nice.
flights of soup.
Cute.
Everybody brought their own homemade soups. It was so fun and so yummy.
Oh, cute. I love that.
Another one, my friends and I just did a soup night.
Yay.
So kind of cool. Thank you, Bailey.
Thanks, guys.
It is KDWB, about 2 minutes away from the next time. We'll go ahead and open the phones right now for the Billie Eilish ticket tag. If you know the previous winner from 20 minutes ago, you call and tell me their name. If you don't know it, that's fine. You listen to this name, and in 20 minutes, you call and tell me this name. It's ticket tag. I know you understand it. It's elegantly simple, and it's a way to win Billie Eilish tickets every 20 minutes on KDWB.
Now I just fall down. I used to know.
651-989-KDWB. We'll get to Dave's Dirt in a second. Bailey, will you post these ideas somewhere? Maybe put them on your Instagram?
Yeah, for sure. I can put them on Bailey on Air, which is where I got most of them, is on Instagram. Yep.
Go check that out. All right, we'll grab the phone here in a second at 651-989-KDWB, and we'll get a winner for this. And then you remember this time, this is a lot. This is a lot of tickets. And we're basically doing this every 20 minutes all week long.
Yep.
So the longer you listen, even if it's for another 5 or 10 minutes, that could make the difference in whether you're going to watch Monday Night Football next week or whether you're going to be at the Billie Eilish concert next week. By the way, speaking of Sunday Night Football, Vikings won last night.
Yes, they did. I don't know anything about this, though, because I heard there was something with a kick that, like...
There was an onside kick,
Okay.
yeah. So the onside kick, it basically Indianapolis, they did an onside kick so they could get the ball back.
Okay.
It almost never works.
Yeah.
It works maybe 1 in 20 times, something like that. But they tried it, and the Vikings recovered, and that was the end of the game. Here's the clip.
It is. Got the bounce. Jefferson went up to get it. Even though he was contacted, he hangs on. And the star player on the field does close the deal for the Vikings with the recovery.
Okay, Vikings won last night, and the Lions also won yesterday, too. So I think they might be tied. Or the Lions might be one game ahead. I'm not really sure. I
The
have to look,
Gophers
too.
won, too. It's like their fourth game in a row.
I loved watching the Gopher game. I love college football, and it was like such a great, tight game. And it was like, oh, my God. And they won it, so go Gophers. That is so cool. All right, we do have somebody on the phone for Ticket Tag, and this is Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Who was the previous winner on Ticket Tag?
Margot.
Yeah.
Margot, yes, you're right. You're a winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to Billie Eilish on Monday, and we just need to remember Jessica's name. So you remember it by just remembering Jessica, or maybe remember Jessica Rabbit or Jessica Biel, but write it down on the back of your hand if you need to, because in another 20 minutes we'll do it again. How was your weekend, Jessica?
It was great.
You know what I learned this weekend, Jessica? I learned something really odd this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Schwann's Delivery is no more. How long has Schwann's Delivery been gone? Did you guys know? A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You think so?
Truly, no, a couple
know it
weeks.
is.
I feel like I remember talking about it, and maybe you just didn't register it when we were talking
The
about it.
Schwann's, we used to have the Schwann's man all the time. Schwann's Delivery guy would come by, and Schwann's is no more.
You were bougie enough to get Schwann's Delivery?
We love Schwann's Delivery. I heard also that one of the reasons Schwann's Delivery worked so well is guilt, because you knew the Schwann's Delivery person got commission. So if you didn't buy from Schwann's, then you would feel bad that she's not able to put food on the table. So you would feel guilty about it. And we at 100% absolutely worked with us. What did you learn this weekend? Did you learn anything this weekend, Bailey?
Gosh, put me on the spot. Did I learn something? Are you leading me in a direction?
No, not at all.
Oh, I don't know. I guess, there was a debate tournament this weekend. I learned a lot about Ukraine. So does that count?
I personally learned that I'm now at an age where my neighbors are asking me to watch out their house so that the kids don't throw a party. And that was me back in the day, that my mom have to tell the neighbors, like, hey, don't let Jenny throw a party. I'm out of town. And now I'm the one who's watching the house.
Are you watching the house so the 15-year-old kids don't throw a party?
I mean, I'm keeping a side eye on it.
What are you gonna
I don't
do?
know. I don't really want to, I want those kids to be able to have some fun.
Okay, but then
you
you're
know?
responsible for it, because then if they have like a big kegger over at the house and there's a bunch of kids that are coming over there
Yeah.
and smoking weed and, hooking up or whatever, you're the one supposed to call them while they're in Tallahassee to let them know.
I gotta let my neighbor know. I gotta watch out. But honestly, the only way that I'd get super disturbed by it if it's past my bedtime and there's noise, and our houses are very close, so I do hear a lot of noise come from that house if there is loud music.
We have not been asked to watch the neighbor's house, and I'm not going to be specific, but there's been a couple of times Mom and Dad were out of town, and the backyard is flooded with noisy youth. Noisy youth everywhere.
Not the youths.
But we did the same thing. It was like Mom and Dad are out of town. I remember I had a big party in my basement. My friends were getting drunk and setting off fireworks in the basement. In the basement.
Wow.
And I thought it was hysterical because I was loaded. All right, more Ticket Tag coming up in another 20 minutes. Remember the name? Jessica. Good luck.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. Ariana Grande got Kristen Chenoweth's blessing for her Wicked role. Check it out.
It was so cute. And she was just like, oh my God, I was hoping this would happen. I love you and I trust you with it, baby girl. She was like, just do your thing.
I don't remember her last name. I got it written down somewhere, but in the credits of Wicked, Ariana Grande goes by her real last name.
Yes,
so
I think
Ariana
it's
Grande
Butera. Ariana Grande Butera is her real name.
How did she luck into such a great stage showbiz name? Ariana Grande. But didn't her brother, didn't he have a little brother, Frankie Grande?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not Grande, it's Grand. I heard that somewhere.
Which, makes sense too.
Yep. Big story. Jason Kelsey smashed a guy's phone for calling Travis. Basically, he's trying to get a reaction. He calls Travis, his brother, a gay slur. Here is the audio. You probably saw it this weekend.
Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey. I feel your brother's a Kelsey, can I get a fist bump? Kelsey, can I get a fist bump?
Smacks his phone out of the hand, breaks the phone. Travis then picks it up and then walks off. Well, not Travis, but Jason walked off with the phone.
Nice.
That's all we know about that one. Olivia Rodrigo has a red flag question that she asks guys that she's dating.
The biggest red flag, okay, this is a very oddly specific question that I ask guys on first dates. I always ask them if they think that they would want to go to space. And if they say yes, I don't date them. I just think if you want to go to space, you're a little too full of yourself, 'cause I think it's just weird.
I wish you would expand on that.
I know, that's what I'm curious about too. Why? I don't fully understand her reasoning.
They're full of themselves because
What about this sense of adventure and going out to see the universe and things like that?
Right.
Movies this weekend, top 5, Venom, The Last Dance, The Wild Robot, Smile 2, Conclave, and Here with Tom Hanks, which was, it bombed, landing in 5th with only 5 million. It has got a 35% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So there goes my plan to see that one. I've been watching one on Apple TV. If you like mystery kind of, thriller, romance kind of things, it's called Disclaimer. And it's only a couple of episodes in. It's a limited run series, goes for about 7 episodes. It's called Disclaimer, and it's about this woman who's a very successful journalist, but then somebody mails her something and says, I know all about your past. And she freaks out, but you don't know what it is, but they unveil it like peeling an onion a little bit at a time. Disclaimer, really good. That is The Dirt, brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices on KDWB. We are 1 day away from Election Day. Tomorrow is Election Day. Didn't they say that we might not know the results of the presidential election for a few days?
Yes.
Has anybody else heard that too?
I've heard that as well, because it's just it's a difference between mail-in ballots and then obviously the people who are actually going to the physical polls, because obviously it registers in the system immediately when you go to the polls and you put your little thing in the scan Scantron, whatever it's called.
The Scantron. I think it's called the
Is that what
Scantron.
it is? I don't know.
It's called the Scantron, yeah. Scantron 4000. An
Is
update
it?
on the
I
3000,
can't tell if you're
yeah.
making fun
No,
of me.
I'm absolutely
Scantron
making
is
fun of you, yeah.
the testing that you would do in school.
Right.
But it is kind of like the same thing. I just don't think it's an official Scantron.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's what it looks
cool.
like to me.
So we might not know for a few days, but vote tomorrow. Make sure you vote tomorrow. I have not voted yet. I mean, a lot of people did early voting. I think Jenny voted yesterday.
Yes.
A lot of people who are going to be out of town did early voting. But we're going to do, because all the campaign ads are so negative. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a negative campaign about an ad about a random person on the show. So are we going to draw names out of a hat? Oh, okay. All right. So we have one song in which to write a negative campaign ad blasting somebody else on the show. Like if I draw Bailey's name, then I've got to write a negative campaign ad about Bailey J. Hess. Okay. Jenny?
Okay. I'm just folding these up more because I can see the names.
Okay.
Okay. So who do I want to pick for first?
Pick for me first.
Pick for you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you have me.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I'll take it. Okay, easy one.
All right.
Easy target. Easy target.
Bailey, you're next.
Yep.
Bailey, you have Dave.
Dave, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess what's left? Oh, yeah.
So you two are going to do each other.
No, because Dave has me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes. Go
okay,
ahead.
So
Pick
I have Vaunt, and then
Vaughn has
Bailey.
Vaughn
That's
has
how it
Bailey.
works.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So start writing. I got to write a negative campaign ad about Jenny. Bailey's got to write a negative one about me.
Easy.
Watch yourself, sister.
Easy.
You're still new here, sister.
Tap, 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 tap,
Bailey,
tap,
get
tap,
him.
tap.
Bailey, get him.
Vaughn writes about
Bailey. Yep.
Bailey.
And I have Vaunt.
Okay, we'll do that. You got start writing right now.
Okay. Right.
Negative campaign ads. We're going to write these during this song. You guys got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Good luck on KDWB. Okay, here we go with a negative campaign ad on KDWB. I will start with an attack on candidate Jenny Lutenberger.
Okay.
I'm Dave Ryan. Jenny Lutenberger is unfit for office. Jenny is un-American with her love for the Green Bay Packers. If elected, Jenny's only plan to improve the economy is to spend half of her budget on booze at MGM Liquor Warehouse. Have you looked up Jenny's past at the University of Minnesota? Jenny hooked up with every resident of Pioneer Hall, Territorial, all but one guy at Centennial, and several frat houses.
Excuse me. You
Jenny-
wrote that really fast.
Jenny will wreck the White House plumbing with her constant bowel issues.
Okay.
They will have a hotline to calldeans.com or Northern 1 Hour Plumbing and Heating to unclog all the toilets in the White House. Jenny does not like things that are American. Jenny does not like true crime. She does not like flying or horror movies. And on top of that, Jenny never liked Peanut the Squirrel. She thought that he should have been done away with weeks ago. Jenny said, I'll kill that squirrel and his entire family with my bare hands. Jenny Lutenberger, unfit for office. I'm Dave Ryan, and I approve this message. Thank you.
How
What
dare
on
you
earth?
tell the truth about me?
That was so good.
Wow, that was really good.
That
I
was
Thank you.
so
I don't want to
long.
go after you. And also, you have the perfect voice. You should look into doing voiceovers for attack ads.
I'm a terrible actor, though. I'm a
No, that was pretty good, though.
That's
terrible
true.
actor.
You don't have to be
true.
good at acting. You just have to sound like you hate the person.
Well, I don't care for you very much. So, no, Jenny, I love you. It's okay. Who wants to go next? Who's going next? Who's going next? Attack ads. We wrote these during the last
Vaughn.
commercial.
Vaughn can
You
go.
ready,
All right,
Vaughn?
mine is against Bailey.
You're attacking Bailey?
Yes.
Here we go.
Sure. You want to hear from your elected official. You want to hear how they'll help the economy, though, not the latest show tunes. Bailey J is the epitome of that annoying theater kid you wanted to throw in the river after school. In her first debate, they asked her to give a motivational speech to inspire the youth of tomorrow. And you know what she started saying to them? She started belting, "The sun will come out tomorrow." When she visited a soup kitchen for Thanksgiving, she walked around and asked people if they were going to finish that, and then grabbed their chips and queso before they could even answer. And to make things worse, she double dipped. Can we really trust somebody who doesn't even have a real middle name? It's just Jay. The J doesn't stand for anything, people. My name is Vaughn Leak. Vontavious Carl Leak, and I approve this message.
Oh my gosh.
Nicely done. Nicely
You guys
done.
have
Good
such
job. Good
long
job. Good job.
ones.
All right.
Thank you. We've been told.
She doesn't even have a real first middle name.
Yeah, that was a good
That's
one.
Just a
I've
J.
never heard that. That's hilarious.
Okay, let me go next
Okay,
because
ready?
now I'm getting stressed because I think Bailey's is probably going to be
No,
really
it's
good.
not.
And I'm excited
It's
because
so
it's
short.
interesting.
Who are you
Okay,
tagging,
so I
Vaughn?
have Vaughn Leak.
Okay.
And hit my music, baby. If you want a liar, a fraud, and a big head to be president, then Vaughn Leak is your guy. Vaughn Leak says he'll use taxpayer money to help fund local shelters and teachers, but the next thing you know, you'll see him on a beach in Jamaica with a margarita in his hand that supposedly he paid for himself. Vaughn would also never be able to sit in the Oval Office because his head would be too big to fit through the door. If you were ever looking forward to a State of the Union address, you won't anymore because Vaughn would turn it into stories about himself and then randomly throw in how his grandma calls him boom and not address the fact that the Middle East has cut off oil supply to the U.S. If you're looking for a president that is for the people, well, look elsewhere. Vaunt is not your guy. Vaunt is the president for Vaunt. I'm Jenny Lutenberger, and I approve this message.
Vicious. Vicious.
Right off the
Jeez.
top with the big head jokes.
Now, by the way, if you
I
want to
had
see this
to,
performance,
Vaughn.
you can see these on YouTube. Dave Ryan Show. We're back on YouTube. We did get kicked off this time last week. We got booted off of YouTube, and we had to appeal that, and they said, oh, whoops, we made a mistake. So we're back on YouTube. Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. And now Bailey's performance.
Gosh.
Who are you attacking?
I am attacking you, Dave.
Oh, no.
It's not going to be nearly as long as everyone else. Okay. Are you tired of politicians who can't even agree on what day it is or know what's coming up next on the show? So am I. Dave Ryan calls himself a close-up magician, but can't even manage to make himself disappear, even though his wife Susan wishes he would. While he's busy pulling rabbits out of hats in his rich man Chanhassen McMansion, we're left with the potholes left by his ridiculous imported cars and motorcycles. Vote for real leadership, not someone who thinks politics is just another stand-up comedy routine. He's a terrible actor that couldn't pull off the easiest villain of Judd Fry in Oklahoma. Don't vote for Dave Ryan. I'm Bailey J, real middle name, and I approve this message.
Okay.
Good job.
That is unfair and biased.
Sorry about it, yeah.
It's unfair.
Unbiased.
I did is unfair and biased.
Yeah?
I did a great Judd Fry.
I saw it.
Probably the best Judd Fry that's ever been on stage.
Best Judd Fry ever. Best Judd Fry.
He's humble too, guys.
Judd.
Is that vibrato? Turn off his mic. Someone turn off his mic.
Cut his mic.
Thank you very much. Election season is done tomorrow, and no more campaign ads after tomorrow. Here's the Monday morning dance party. Get up, move the furniture out of the way, and get your dance on KDWB.
you can be the mom.
Monday Morning Dance Party on KDWB. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. Listen on the iHeartRadio app for Sabrina Carpenter tickets every 15 minutes. That pop-up will come up on your screen. You tap it, and you're signed up in another drawing. Every time you tap it, the longer you listen, the more pop-ups there are. You get another chance to go to Los Angeles to see Sabrina Carpenter. I would recommend a side trip to Universal Studios.
Oh?
They got a new Mario World. Oh, it's dope. If
Do you just like jump and hit little boxes?
You actually do. You don't have to jump. You actually do. There's little boxes. Recommendation.
Yeah.
If you go to Mario World in Universal Studios, you can buy a watch that's like a little electronic watch, and it's not cheap, but it's a great souvenir. You walk around and you hit the boxes, the bottom of the boxes with your watch, and it'll show up on your phone. Boop, boop, bring, bring. What's the sound it makes when it hits a bring,
yeah,
bring, bring,
cute.
Bring. That's actually a really good impression. I'm happy with
You
myself.
should do Foley.
Bring, bring. What?
You should be a Foley artist.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, just off that one. I would love to do that. I've only been to Universal in Orlando. This is the farthest across the coast I've been. So to go to L.A., it's a trip that you don't want to miss out on.
You've never been farther west than Minnesota?
Nope.
Are you serious?
I've been out the country. Like I went to Jamaica and Bahamas, but across the U.S., this is literally the farthest I've ever been.
He's only 23. When I was that age, I think I maybe had been to Vegas and Florida outside of Wisconsin
I know
Dells.
what you mean, yeah.
So that was it.
Man, I'm lucky. I used to go places all the time because my mama would travel for work.
And now you're poor and you're a DJ.
And now I'm poor and I never go anywhere.
I was thinking about going to Uptown for a little getaway.
Yeah, I just walk outside my door.
We've got the Billie Eilish tickets right now. This happens every 20 minutes, and we're running a little bit late on this one, so let's do it right now. If you remember the name of the 20 minutes ago winner for Billie Eilish ticket tag, you call me at 651-989-KDWB. Tell me the name of the winner from 20 minutes ago, and then you win the tickets. Now, if you weren't here 20 minutes ago, you're going, I don't know who that is, then listen right now. Get this winner, their name, remember it, and then be here at 8:10. You see how that works? It's ticket tag. It's super easy, and it'll get you tickets. We'll do the phones in a second. Right now, it's Motivational Monday. Jenny found this one, and I really like it. Check this one out. It's very short, Motivational Monday. Something to just kind of think about.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's
in
kind
life you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing.
It could be, yeah, what you're not changing, you're choosing.
I feel like we all have a friend like that, though, that complains constantly. And you're like, okay, what are you doing about it? And then they're like, nothing.
Yeah,
like, okay,
but they
then.
sure love to complain.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a little role in getting my dad to leave his job he was at for like 40 plus years because anytime we talked on the phone, he's a chatter and all he would ever do is complain about his job. And at one point I finally just I didn't lose it, but I was like, Dad, get a different job then. All you do is complain about your job and that's all our conversations are. Like, I really want you to get a different job if it's that bad. And honestly, within that year, he got a new job. And I think it kind of pushed him a little bit in that direction of hey, you're right. All I do is bitch and I can take matters into my own hands and change it if I want.
I think we have more power to change than we give ourselves credit for. But change can be hard, so we just settle for one more day or one more week, and then maybe we'll change it. Motivational Monday on KDWB. We got another ticket tag winner on the phone right now, and it looks like it's going to be Maureen. Hi, Maureen.
Hi.
Where are you calling from, Maureen?
South St. Paul.
Okay, Maureen from South St. Paul. I need one thing from you, and you know what it is. What is the thing I need?
Jessica.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. You're going to go see Billie Eilish coming up at the X on Monday, and congratulations, you're all set. You're all good. You're good to go.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was my idea. This whole contest was my idea.
It was your idea?
My idea. Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
idea. Yeah, my idea. Maureen, how are we going to remember your name? There's only one famous Maureen that I know, and that's the girl that played Marcia Brady, Maureen McCormick, but that's not going to work for most
and
people.
I'm thinking of Rent. There's
Army.
Oh.
Like Marines.
Oh, Marine.
Oh, Marine.
There you go. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so like Marine Corps, soldier, that type of thing?
Yeah.
Remember Maureen, and then at 8:10, we'll ask again for this name, and then you get a call in and win your Billie Eilish tickets. Maureen, have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. Remember that name.
Mm-hmm.
This
Maureen.
happens a lot. This is gonna be all this week, you guys. We're going to do ticket tag every 20 minutes. Is it all day or is it just during the morning show?
Yes, it's going to be during Fallon and Colt show as well this afternoon.
Hot dog. You guys got opportunities up the wazoo.
You really do. I want to run something by you that I really hesitate to bring this up or not because people are going to drag me for it.
Okay.
And I think Bailey might have brought this up too the other day, but I said, let's talk about that on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
If you cheat on your spouse
or boyfriend or girlfriend.
Or girlfriend, your partner, let's call it.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up with somebody that is the love of your life. Does that justify the cheating? I say yes.
Ooh.
I do. I've known so many people. If you lived as long as I have, you know people who have cheated. And we all have this stigma about people who cheat. Oh, they're awful and you're a dog or you're just a horrible person. I've known wonderful, kind, warm people who just were not happy with their relationship. So they found somebody that just, that it was magic.
Don't you think you should leave your relationship, though, first?
It's not always, it doesn't always work that way.
It's cheaper to keep her. That's what they say.
Well, it's cheaper to keep her. But I think in an ideal world, you would say, yeah. But I think what happens is you're in a relationship that you're content and you're okay with, but not in love. So you're not planning on leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Then you meet somebody who gives you the butterflies and you just feel this incredible connection and you don't mean to cheat, but all of a sudden you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you leave your partner for them. And then they become the love of your life. I know somebody right now, and if I said their name, you would recognize their name, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But they cheated with somebody, and they are now married to that person.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wonderful together.
Yeah.
They were never really happy before. Now they're so happy.
I don't think you can say, though, that, like, they didn't mean to cheat, but then they ended up cheating. That's kind of like saying, like, oh, I don't know how, it just happened. It just happened. You have choices. You have your...
You do.
Yeah.
But it's a little naive to think, you know what, I'm going to wait until I get a divorce before I start seeing you and hooking up with you. I think it's a little bit naive.
I think it's a little selfish to go about cheating while you're still in a relationship with someone else.
But sometimes you're not thinking about leaving your partner until you fall in love. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to try to absolutely justify everything. In an ideal world, in your utopia that you tend to live in, Jenny, you would get a divorce or break up with the person before you even held hands with this new person.
I wouldn't be with someone who I wasn't over the moon ecstatic with. That's why I was very single throughout most of my 20s, because I was not going to settle with someone who I didn't feel amazing with. Like, I just think that some people might settle, yes, early because you're young. You don't really like fully understand love, but then leave that person and don't put them through the torture of being cheated on.
In an ideal world, yes. In an ideal, but it just
I don't think that's,
doesn't always work out.
I feel like saying in an ideal world is not the way to put it. I think in a like good moral world is the way I would put it.
Okay,
yes.
if you look for immorality, you're going to find it everywhere.
People do not agree with you, Dave.
I'm not
over
surprised.
text message.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, they say shut up, Dave.
Well, that's
and
not a
then
good argument.
Someone says leave before you cheat. Then you're just a piece of S if you don't.
Okay, then explain to me why there are so many wonderful people who have cheated.
I'm not saying that there aren't wonderful people who have cheated. I just think it's a selfish act to cheat if you don't fully love that person.
But you
Because
can have loved them at some point.
Okay, then why didn't you leave them once you realized you didn't love them anymore?
Like I said, it's cheaper to keep her. Sometimes it's easier to stay with
That's
somebody.
An awful excuse.
It is, but it's something that people do. Sometimes it's easier to be like, oh, I'm just going to stay in the situation because I'm comfortable, as opposed to I'm going to leave and change the trajectory of all of our lives.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
like, why can't you have a conversation with your partner, though? And be like, hi, I'm not happy with this.
Well,
and then,
ideally you will. I mean,
yeah.
And I think sometimes you don't know that you're deeply in love with this other person until it's too late. You've already been intimate. You've already been physical. You've held hands. You said, I love you. Then you go and tell your partner. It happens all the time. I'm not here to encourage cheating. I'm only saying, I'm throwing it out there that if you cheat with somebody and you leave your partner for them, is it justified? If you're happy?
I mean, it's justified for the person who's cheating and then who leaves to find their love of their life. It's justified for them because they're like, yeah, I cheated. I did a bad thing, but I found the love of my life, versus the person who's getting cheated on. And then it's like, oh, not only did my partner cheat on me, but now they're with this other person who then they're with together. And it's kind of just like a big old slap in the pie hole.
Allie is on the phone. Hi, Allie.
Hi.
What do you want to say about this? I made a statement a while ago. I said if you leave your partner, you cheat on your partner, and the person that you cheat with ends up to be your soulmate, your forever love of your life, then it's okay. Then it's justified. What do you think?
Well, I want to ask a question back. Is it still justified with Princess Diana and Charles?
I don't know that situation.
I don't either.
Princess Diana so Princess Diana and Charles were married. Charles cheated on Princess Diana with Camilla. After Diana died, then he married her.
Ooh.
And it's just kind of this big, I don't know, drama with the royal family, and I don't know if that's justified or not.
You know, I don't care about the royal family, but I will only say that I'm glad that Prince Charles ended up with somebody that he really loved, because that was almost an arranged marriage, if I remember right. That was so long ago. That was like 1981. So most of us don't really remember the details from that one. Jennifer actually agrees with your boy Dave. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Dave.
Tell me why you're on my side.
Well, I cheated 16 years ago, and we've been married ever since.
16 years ago. Now, let me ask you, in the Jenny and Bailey world of, well, you should tell your partner that you're going to leave before you cheat. Why didn't you do that?
I didn't plan on leaving until I fell in love with him because I cheated.
I think that's true.
It just sounds like kind of an excuse because you don't know that next person is going to be the love of your life at the time that you,
Well, right. Until you do know they're the love of your life.
It was the best mistake I ever made.
Best mistake you ever made.
I feel like I'm very happy that you found the love of your life, but do you not regret the way that you potentially hurt your ex then?
No, he cheated on me like 5 times before this. So.
Okay, so that's a different situation. Honestly, that's a very different situation than like her just going out and cheating.
And I don't think women cheat for sex. I think they cheat for emotions.
Okay. I mean, I think that is the stereotype that more women do cheat because of emotions versus like they're just horned up, you know, like, let me get some of that.
I really think this.
Dave, I agree with you about the Princess Diana thing because actually, when you think about it, rest in peace to her, she was beautiful. But everybody knew that him and the other lady were already together, so really she shouldn't have ever married that guy.
I don't think she had a choice, really.
What do you mean?
I don't think she really had a choice because, like you said, Princess Diana.
Yeah, I think it was kind of an arranged marriage, I think, in a way, but I don't think they really ever loved each other. Text messages, Dave is spot on. That's my situation, spot on. I don't condone what I did, but I felt trapped, and I wouldn't have gotten out had I not made the move that I did. It doesn't make it okay, but we don't live in a perfect world.
We don't live in a perfect world, and I'm not going to put myself in the shoes of people who were in relationships and like realized later on that wasn't their person, because I luckily haven't been in that kind of situation. But for me, I just think that the moral thing to do is to talk to your partner ahead of time and try to figure something out before you go out and cheat on them.
Yeah. This text agrees with me and Jenny. It says, if you're unhappy in your relationship, you should leave before it gets to that point that you open yourself up to find the love of your life. There's no excuse to stay in a relationship that you're not happy with and
But
actively receive love from someone else.
But people do it all the time. People stay in a relationship they're not happy with for whatever reason. Sometimes financial, sometimes for the kids. Sometimes you're stuck in a marriage that really ended, like 3 years in, but now it's 15 years later, and now you're like, huh. But then you find somebody, and you don't say, I'm going to go out and find somebody to cheat with. But all of a sudden you find somebody who's at work or at the gym or whatever, and then you do cheat.
But how about the question of like, do you trust? So you're the other person. Are you going to trust that person that just cheated on their other partner?
They do say if you cheated with me, you'll cheat on me.
Yeah, I feel like that's a whole other element.
There maybe is something to that, but I think if you have a serial cheater, so in other words, you're dating a guy and he's cheated on you with like 16 different women, he will cheat on you as well. I really believe that. But if he's really not cheated and he cheats with you, now he loves you, he doesn't want to cheat on you. It's not pretty. I'm telling you, it's not pretty. We do have somebody on the phone. We had a lot of calls on this one. Stephanie, what'd you want to say? Hi, Stephanie.
Just going with your theory, Dave, that I think, is more of a utopia, the way you're saying it, where you marry somebody that you're in love with at the time. So then theoretically, if you fall out of love, which is okay, people do that, and there's nothing wrong with no longer being in love and finding somebody you truly then are in love with. But then what's to say that you don't fall out of love with them? It's almost okaying going outside of your marriage to have an affair because potentially there's always going to be a new love of your life.
You know what? I'll go ahead and take that a step further. I think that people marry somebody that they think they are in love with. They think they have a great relationship, and they think they have a great sex life.
Well, same with the
Wait,
person
can I
you
finish,
cheat
though? Can I finish? They think they have it all. Then they meet somebody who they really love, and they go, oh, this is what love feels like. This is what a great sex life is like. And they go, I didn't have that before. And sometimes you don't know that until after you've cheated.
And I mean, I could totally see that point of view because, yes, sometimes you really don't know something if you've never experienced it. Because I guess I've just been lucky to have found someone who I like very much care about and love and stuff. And like, I wouldn't have settled for anything else. Like I said, when I was single, there were relationships I could have been in, but I knew it just like wasn't fully for me because I knew what like a really good love felt like. So I was able to experience that and then go out dating and realize that there wasn't great loves out there with these people. So I'm also like not going to take away from the fact that like a lot of people have kids or have been married for a very long time or like are tied together in other aspects. And that changes the scenario. I will still stand by the fact that a conversation should be had with the partner though ahead of time and like things should be figured out because I also think that you can say that you fall out of love with someone, but truthfully, everyone starts a relationship in a honeymoon phase. Eventually, you are not going to look at that person and want to rip their clothes off, spend every second together. Like, you have to work in a relationship. You have to choose to continue to be in love with someone.
I totally disagree. You cannot choose to continue to be in love with somebody.
I do think that you have to choose to love someone. Yes, you do. Because
I
just
disagree.
think about how much you might love something. You start to love something, for instance, like, I don't know, radio, for instance. Like I started in radio and I loved radio so much. It has been a roller coaster here and there of things where I've been like, do I love radio as much? And I have to remind myself sometimes of like why I love this job. I think that is the same in a relationship because it's new and shiny at first. And eventually it's not this new shiny thing.
Right. But you still have to love them enough. And I've said this for years. I said, if your relationship passion is a 9 and over the next few years it goes down to a 6, that ain't bad. But if you start it and it's a 6 and it goes down to a 3, then you're in trouble. Sally, last word on this. We're going to take a break and do the ticket tag for, actually, we're going to take calls right now for Billie Eilish. I know it's a change of subject, but that's what we're going to do. Sally, what did you want to say about the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to agree with you, Dave, here, but my fiance at the time and father of my 2-year-old daughter cheated on me and is now married to that woman, and she is the best stepmom I could ever ask for, and I am very grateful for her.
So you actually, I mean, your marriage was not working. He cheated, and looking back in hindsight, you're like, kind of glad it worked out that way.
Absolutely, because I would have never left.
Were you cheating?
No, I was not.
Okay, interesting.
No.
And you
Sally,
don't hold any like harsh feelings to that because it ended up working out great for you guys, right?
Oh, Lord, I mean, I went to therapy for years for it, so I had a lot of bad feelings. But at the end of the day, it's not about me. It was about my kid, and she's a great stepmom, and that's all I could ask for.
I'm glad you lucked into a great stepmom.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to wrap up on that one, but if you got any thoughts, send me a text at KDWB1. Right now, though, it is, like I said, totally changing gears right now. Billie Eilish ticket tag. Who was last hour's winner? Do you remember? We gave you a little key, a little tool to remember her name. If you got it, you call me now at 651-989-KDWB, and we will make you a winner. Billie Eilish in concert 2 nights, Sunday night and Monday night, XL Energy Center. The first show sold so well, they said, we got to add another show. And Billie said, I want a night off. And they said, no, you go earn some money. So she is. All right, let's go to caller number 10. Hello, is this Nicole?
Yes, this is Nicole.
Nicole, you're calling to give me the ticket tag name, right?
Yes, the name is Maureen.
Maureen, yes, very good. All right, now we got to come up with a name, or a way to remember Nicole. How do we remember it, guys? Anything?
Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie.
Okay, good one.
Okay, we'll do that one. Remember Nicole Richie, or write down the name Nicole, and we'll do it again at 8:30. Ticket tag for Billie Eilish on KDWB. Right back.
We are starting the week off with lots of rain today. You're going to see scattered showers throughout the day with a high of 57. The rain continues tomorrow with a high of only 45.
This report is sponsored by Grease at Chanhassen Dinner Theaters. Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings back its most popular show for the first time in a decade, Grease. It's a high-octane party that'll rock your socks off. Order today. Visit chanhassendt.com. Be there or be square.
Hey, it's Fallon. When I had my LASIK procedure, I saw Dr. Lobanoff. So when people even mention LASIK, I'm like, you should see Dr. Lobanoff or Dr. Whiting at OVO LASIK and Lens. I mean, when you live in the same state as two of the best surgeons in the entire country, people are like, yeah, that's who I want to trust my eyes with. Also, OVO LASIK and Lens has just been awarded gold in LASIK, eye surgery, and eye care by Minnesota Best. And only OVO offers the Twin Cities Best Price Guarantee plus 24 months of interest-free financing. Set up your free consultation, 877-OVO-EYES.
Rayo's homemade pasta sauce is made with tomatoes grown for 874 hours under the Italian sun, then slow simmered in open kettles. Like, really slow. So even if you're in a rush, tonight's pasta night will taste like you had all the time in the world. Or at least 874 hours. And that, my friend, is the deliciousness of slow. Rayo's homemade. Make every day delicious.
Hi, Caroline and Isabel here. We're the co-founders of DeBomb Bath, and we'd like to invite you to our warehouse sale. Save up to 80% on fragrant fizzing bath bombs, each with a fun surprise inside. We've got Disney Princess, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Barbie, Hot Wheels, and even Marvel bath bombs. Plus, holiday bombs for everyone on your gift list. You'll also find shower steamers, bath salts, and more. Stop by Thursday to Sunday, November 7th to the 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 7400 Bush Lake Road in Edina. The DeBomb Warehouse Sale. Visit debombbath.com for more details.
Enrolling in Rasmussen was a really big turning point in my life. When you go to school online, you're not in a classroom, but I never really felt like I was disconnected from my professors. In addition to the professors, there was tutoring, there was student support, there was the help desk. So in every single aspect, you had support.
At Rasmussen University, we offer 50-plus online programs. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or price stopped, opt out. Minimum purchase of 4 required. Interest accrues from date of purchase but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Homeowners, ready to replace your windows and doors but think it's going to be too expensive? Think again. You can now get top quality, affordable windows, entry doors, and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen for no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months.
And right now, during their Black Friday Doorbuster sales event, you can buy one window or door and get one 40% off. Plus, save $500 on each door and $75 on each window when you purchase 4 or more. Just text AGAIN to 200-300 for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote.
Renewal by Andersen has thousands of 5-star reviews in the greater Twin Cities, so don't wait. Right now, get no dollars down, no monthly payments, and no interest for a year.
But hurry, set your appointment by December 2nd before this special pricing event ends. Text AGAIN to 200-300. Text the word AGAIN to 200-300. AGAIN to 200-300.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or price stopped, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text THRIVE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text THRIVE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text THRIVE to 200-300. That's THRIVE to 200-300. THRIVE to 200-300.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
On 494, we have delays southbound from Bass Lake to Highway 55. Eastbound 494 slow from West Bush Lake to France and westbound from Cedar to France. 694 delays eastbound from Highway 10 to Rice. There's a crash northbound at 50th on the left shoulder. Traffic heavy from Highway 5. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Totino Grace High School. The time is right to apply to Totino Grace High School. The early action deadline is November 30th, so don't wait. Apply today and find your place at Totino Grace. Apply now at totinograce.org/apply.
Stick to sports. Shut up and dribble. Some people believe sports and politics don't mix, but they've been married to each other from the beginning. Now there's a podcast that isn't afraid to explore the complicated relationship between sports and politics called Spolitics. With me, Jamel Hill. I'll be discussing political, social, and economic issues through the lens of sports with some of the biggest names and smartest people. You can listen to Spolitics on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Just search Spolitics and start listening.
Jenny's way too nice. But one of them has to be, right? The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Yeah, right. Thanks for all the phone calls and text messages about the whole cheating, whether if you cheat with somebody that turns out to be the love of your life, whether it's justified. That was really interesting. And right now, though, Jenny's been on Reddit.
101.3 KDWB has your chance to win $1,000 and qualify for a VIP trip to our iHeartRadio Jingle Ball.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on KDWB.com.
Stage. That's stage.
Enter it now at KDWB.com. Oh, guess we're doing that first. Okay, so now go online, KDWB.com, and enter that keyword stage for your trip to the New York City Jingle Ball, which we're going to draw for very soon. And if we get it, we draw your name and call you. You got to answer your phone, so make sure you answer your phone. Now, let's do Jenny's Been on Reddit.
Jenny's Been on Reddit.
What does the richest person you know do for a living? I want you all to think about that. I'll tell you my answer, and then I'll tell you some of the answers on Reddit. So my answer is I know someone who builds apps and basically immediately sells them and then just goes on vacation for 3 months because he sells them for so much money. I couldn't name a specific app that they do, but yeah, that's probably the richest person that I know. Other people on Reddit said that they know someone who owns a company. They go in and they strip down stores that have shut down for whatever reason. They remove everything that's left behind, whether it's like flooring, products, wiring, whatever. And so they get paid to do the removal of all that stuff, but then they also auction off all the stuff that was left behind.
Yeah, like the shelves and the lighting and all that stuff. Sure.
Yes. Another person says that they know someone who owns a small regional construction company, and they do mostly smaller projects, but it's anywhere from $300,000 to $3 million for every single project. And he does a ton a month. So he's making about like $150K minimum a month.
A month?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see. Somebody said my ex-girlfriend, her parents came from nothing and are now worth $50 million, all from houses. They bought rundown houses, moved in, renovated, sold it 6 months later. So basically it sounds like they flipped houses. And they have 200 plus houses of like rentals. And then they personally own a $3 million mansion with pools and horse riding.
That sounds like so much work, though. Some of that stuff, I'm like, I would never want to put in all that effort into that. That sounds like so much work.
So these are jobs. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Well, I was going to say, you look at the houses on Lake Minnetonka, and I just always like to tell myself, they're not happy. All they ever do is work. They work. They come home. They're an alcoholic. They're never at the house. Everybody's miserable. Their kids hate them. But they get a big $14 million house on Lake Minnetonka, but they're not happy. That's what I tell myself to console myself.
Yeah.
You got the hiccups again,
I got the
Bailey?
hiccups again. My gosh, this is embarrassing.
We had a friend in high school who she had very wealthy parents. They were gone all the time because they were on trips, doing whatever. I don't remember what they even did. But like, of course, she was the party house because she had a mansion. And then like the parents were never home. But did that ever scar her and her brother? Yes. because she came from this wealthy family that didn't really do anything with their kids. Like, just kind of left them.
See, that's
sad.
awful, though. Your kids are your biggest treasure.
Mhm.
Way more than like a trip or a yacht or something like that. Yeah.
So these are what people do that are very, very wealthy. And one person says they know someone who does nothing. They've never had a job. They just inherited a bunch of money when they were 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
That's a trust fund baby right there. Another person says they own a fishmonger business. In less than 5 years, of opening the business, he's now a multi-millionaire.
Wow.
A lot of real estate answers with all that. So we'll stick to things that are more exciting.
Yeah, I get it. Well, a friend of mine was, I went to school with him, lost touch with him. He became the largest custom home builder in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Wow.
Now think about Dallas-Fort Worth. Giant, big, huge, rich city. He was the biggest custom home builder in Dallas-Fort Worth. Kid I went to high school with. So he retired at age 40. And he said, I'm going to move to the mountains in Colorado and fly fish all day.
Good for him.
Well, it lasted about 2 months, and he got bored.
Yeah.
So now he's up in the mountains in Colorado developing land and building custom homes again.
Wow.
I feel like that's what ambitious people do. Like, they make all this money, and they're like, okay, I can retire. And then they realize, retirement's not really for me.
No, I think his joy was doing what he did because he did it so well. So what about you? There's a bunch of text messages. The richest person you know, what did they do to make their money? This text says, I know the guy that owns the Armory. He has 2 houses on Lake Minnetonka.
Two
Wow.
houses. 2
and
houses.
probably not little houses, but giant houses. My godmother is a legacy computer programmer, meaning it is legacy program on systems that are so old, there are very few people around any longer. They know how to do anything with them, so the few that are around make a lot of money. She makes about $400,000 a year or more.
Wow.
Cool.
This is the richest person I know doesn't work. She married the son of the family who owns Fleet Farm. That's what I got to get into.
So the Mills family, because they used to call it Mills Fleet Farm, and now it's just Fleet Farm.
I got to do that.
She married the son of the family that owns Fleet Farm.
Wow. Someone else says, I know someone who is the CFO of the largest investment company in the Midwest. Billionaires.
Wow.
The CFO.
Man,
wow.
I want to know a billionaire. Like, not, obviously we know who Elon Musk is and stuff like that. But I personally, I want to have their phone number just in case. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Do you guys have anyone that you can think of, like, that makes the most money?
Just my friend that, and then I know somebody, I don't know how rich they are, but, and I don't want to describe them because they probably listen to the show and I don't want to embarrass them, but they do very well. They buy things and resell them.
Oh, I don't have a lot of rich friends because I'm poor, but Katie Kapp's brother, Michael Kapp, he's an oral surgeon. So I can imagine he makes a lot of money because he's out there fixing your teeth after you get into a car accident.
Nice.
So maybe him.
Yeah.
What about you, Vaughn?
Richest person I know owns like a line. It's not a huge line, but of dentists and orthodontist places back in Jersey. So,
dang.
And all they do all day is make me feel broke.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Good one, Jenny. Thank you very much. Okay, we're a couple of minutes away from your next ticket tag. We could do it a little bit early, but I will. We're going to stall for just a second here.
Okay.
By talking about we have
Trip.
what?
Trip.
Well, that's even better.
I
Yes.
know. I've been wanting. I want to know because Bailey got to have like some fun times with him at
What are
Blue
you
Bash
talking?
on Thursday.
Oh, trip. I thought you meant like we're going on a trip.
No.
We are?
We are going on a trip?
Yes.
Well, you're
Let's
going on a
set the
trip.
mood.
Is this?
Ooh.
Did we plan this? No.
No, this is just us filling time right now.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, what's going on with you guys? Any update? You guys make out?
No, we did not make out. We did not. I mean, I like touched his arm a couple of times at Boo Bash.
You haven't seen him since?
No, I haven't seen. It was literally last Thursday. No, I haven't seen him since.
Are his muscles bigger than Dave's?
I wasn't feeling for that. I mean, he does know how to like build stuff. He can build like sheds and decks and like cars and things.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Oh, okay. And then I talked to him on the phone yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I did. Because I was driving somewhere and I didn't feel like listening to the radio, so I was like, "Hey, can I give you a call and keep me company?" And then I don't know. He was telling me about like Alaska. That he went to Alaska once, like on a huge like dude trip and like shot bears, I guess.
Okay, I know that's like bear hunting, but that makes me sad.
No, it made me sad too. And I don't really know the details, but then he was like, "Here's a picture of me in Alaska," and he was wearing like a little white tank top, and I was like, "Okay."
Didn't you tell him something this weekend about a profession that you do that he was unaware of?
Oh, that I was a debate. Oh, yeah, that I'm a debate coach. Okay, now I see where we're going. I was wondering why we were talking about Tripp. Yeah, I said that I was a debate coach, and he said that he's never been in a relationship with a professional arguer before, and I was like, what?
You guys are in a relationship?
No, because I'm not.
So do you now update your Facebook that says in a relationship?
No, because I'm not. I'm not in one.
Please go watch our YouTube.
Like
Bailey's getting so red.
I am.
She's
No,
sweating.
it's because my face is really dry.
Don't do that. I hate when Dave does that to me when I turn red. Don't do
said
that.
She was in a relationship.
But
will
I'm
say,
not.
Mama Rhonda at Boo Bash was all over Tripp.
Oh, I did get lunch with my mom yesterday, and I told Tripp this. She literally talked about nothing else. Well, I mean, I would be like, oh, yeah, I've got my show today. She'd be like, how's Tripp? And I was like, yeah, and I rearranged my apartment. She's like, when are you seeing Tripp again?
Oh, I love it.
And so I had to like bring out my planner and be like, okay, well, let's see. When can I go see Tripp?
When are you going to go see him?
I did talk to him about it yesterday, and maybe in a week and a half.
Oh, don't wait that long.
I don't have time. We don't have time.
Bailey's the busiest human you'll ever meet.
Yeah. I mean, I can really spend some quality time down in Northfield on November 19th.
Okay. All right.
Tuesday.
Thanks for the update. Okay. We do have this hour's winner for Ticket Tag. Let's go to, I think it's Kat. Hi, Kat. Kat. Hello. All you got to do, Kat, to win the Billie Eilish tickets is tell me who won last time.
Nicole did.
Nicole. Yes, very good.
Good
Now,
job.
you're going to Billie Eilish. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yay. But we need to remember your name. Super easy name to remember, Kat. That's all we need, okay? That one single solitary meow from Vaunt is going to help us remember that. So good job. Kat, have fun at the show, and we'll do Ticket Tag again in another 20 minutes on KDWB.
The gloominess continues the next couple days. We'll see scattered showers throughout the day today with a high of 57 and then some more rain tomorrow, a high of 45.
This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, it's Bailey, and I am jazzed. Twin Cities Con is back at the Minneapolis Convention Center November 8th through 10th with dozens of your favorite celebrities, including my boyfriend Hayden Christensen and Ian McDermott from Star Wars, Grant Gustin from The Flash, cast members from Boy Meets World, Encanto, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Has Been Hotel, Adventure Time, and the voice of SpongeBob himself, Tom Kenny. Bring the whole family and see over 500 vendors with costume contests all weekend. Get your tickets now at TwinCitiesCon.com. That's TwinCitiesCon.com.
For the last 15 years, the local West End has been your local and authentically Irish pub. On Tuesday nights, we're doing even more. Every Tuesday is fundraising night. That's fundraising night on Tuesday nights. It's simple. Pre-register your club, then come dine with us and get 10% off the proceeds back to your group. Visit the-local.com/west-end to register and come have some fun. Classic pub fare, a warm, cozy, heated outdoor patio, and fundraising nights sound perfect at the local. Visit the-local.com/west-end.
Are you single and ready to mingle this holiday season? Join Events and Adventures, the ultimate single social club. Our festive lineup is filled with exciting events just for singles like you. From holiday mixers to ugly sweater parties to jolly outdoor adventures, there are endless opportunities to connect and explore with other singles. Our unique approach to creating connections has helped countless singles find friendship, love, and lasting relationships. So why spend another holiday season alone when you can single all the way with us? Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started today. The countdown to 2025 has begun. Are you ready to fill this year with new friendships, thrilling experiences, and endless fun? Join Events and Adventures, the social club for singles looking to connect and create lasting memories together. From karaoke to bonfires to hibachi and international adventures, you'll have countless opportunities to meet new friends and even find that special someone. It's time you live a life you love with Events and Adventures. Visit eventsandadventures.com today to get started.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Russell Nicolay with Nicolay Law. If you've been injured, get Nicolay. We're Minnesota's award-winning accident and injury lawyers. Start the path to winning your personal injury case at nicolaylaw.com. When you need to win, get the beard. Give us a call at 1-855-NICOLET.
Fall is here, and you know what that means. Chilly days are just around the corner. Don't let the cold catch you off guard. That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryant Heating and Cooling will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently, no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryant systems, and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Bryant, official heating and cooling company of the Minnesota Wild.
At Shane Company, our engagement rings are the perfect blend of design, function, and beauty, each one a unique work of art. We meticulously craft our bridal jewelry in our jeweler's workshop to the highest standards, expertly setting each diamond by hand, ensuring the structure is perfectly balanced, and sizing everything for the perfect fit. Shane Company offers a free unmatched lifetime warranty because your engagement ring is an heirloom that was made to last. You'll cherish your ring today, tomorrow, and forever. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Holiday has an offer that's hard to beat and great to eat. It's the $4 meal deal. Yup, we're putting the fee back in value with any holiday breakfast sandwich plus hash brown and medium coffee or 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $4. Can you say value? That's any holiday breakfast sandwich like the new maple waffle and sausage plus hash brown and drink for just $4. The $4 meal deal. It's hard to beat and great to eat. Only for a limited time and only at Holiday.
Not sure what to do after a car accident? Don't stall the call. Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline to get you going in the right direction. Real people, free referrals, anytime, day or night. And tell them Roz sent you.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
We've got wet weather, so please drive with caution. There's debris on 694 westbound to Victoria in the left lane. Traffic heavy from 35E. 694 westbound from Central to East River. 394 heavy eastbound from Penn to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Grease at Chanhassen Dinner Theaters.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings back its most popular show for the first time in a decade, Grease. It's a high-octane party that'll rock your socks off. Order today. Visit chanhassendt.com. Be there or be square.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
Billie Eilish tickets again coming up in another 15 minutes. Remember the name of the current last winner? Do you remember?
I remember
I gave you a little remember. Meow.
No, stop.
I will give a clue here and
No. That's not how this works. You had to have been listening at 8:30.
there. That's my cat when they're hungry.
Yeah. Sounds like when they're like got an ulcer.
I'll tell you
Or
what.
a heat.
An ulcer, a cat ulcer? That sounds serious.
Sounds serious.
So Josie, she's my Labradoodle. She is my best dog I've ever had. I'll never have another dog like her. She's old now, and she's losing her marbles. So I keep her in a crate because she can't be free to roam around the house anymore at night. So she's in a crate downstairs at 4 o'clock every morning. This really sharp bark. And I don't know what she wants, so I have to come down because it won't stop. And I have to come downstairs, let her out, give her some water, give her a little treat, and get her back in the box. I don't know if she's lonely or scared or what.
She's probably just bored. She's lonely.
Does she need to go outside?
Nope, because she'll go outside and stand there and look around, and I'm like,
That's interesting.
So I was like, so Saturday morning and Sunday morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's never, ever been a barker, ever. Who wants a free dog? Anybody want a free dog?
You don't want to get rid of
I
Josie.
would never
You're
get rid of her.
obsessed with that dog.
She is my girl. That is true. Are you likely to survive an alien invasion? Now, there's a very good possibility that we could get invaded by aliens, and some people said they're already here. And I think if you look at certain people, you know that Ryan Seacrest, he's an alien. You know he's an alien.
Why do you say that?
Because he's an alien.
'Cause
He's
how
too
does
perfect.
he do? I was going to say, how does he do 5 million things and still like function?
He's too good looking. He's too successful. It happened really fast. He's suspiciously an alien. Reba McEntire always thought she was an alien. Taylor Swift could be an alien. Just like if you peel back that blonde hair, there's a metal exoskeleton underneath there.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway. Where was I? If there's an
Where are you
alien.
going with
Oh,
this?
I'm going to tell you where I'm going,
Okay.
Jenny. If there's an alien invasion in America, we're all probably doomed unless Hollywood writers are right, and the aliens are more like Alf or Roger from American Dad or E.T. But some of them, us, are more screwed than others. A website conducted a study to determine which state's citizens would be better off in an alien invasion, including things like landscape and terrain, defense, science and medical resources, food and beverage manufacturing. And in the end, Virginia had the best alien survival score. Don't worry, we're third. We are third.
Ooh.
We're very resourceful here in Minnesota. Very resourceful. We manufacture a lot of food. We got a lot of terrain and nooks and valleys and things like that to hide out in.
Nooks and valleys.
Nooks and valleys, yeah.
Is this only in the United States?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking about that one place. What is it in like Greenland or something, or Iceland, or I don't even know, where they have the big vault of all the like seeds of everything in the world.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, there's
to like regenerate the earth.
Yeah,
Okay,
in case something awful, some kind of crazy apocalypse happened, there's like a vault, and you can go see it. You're never allowed to go into the vault. It is like high
What?
security, whatever.
wanna
And so
go
I
to
was
the
like,
seed
whoever
vault.
has access to that, that's who's going to survive the alien encounters.
The global seed
I would just be
vault.
like, probe me.
Probe
me.
Jenny, stop
Jenny.
it. Stop it. Alabama's second, Minnesota, then Massachusetts, New York, Florida, Wisconsin. Again, hilly with lots of like little, little places to hide, things like
Wisconsin
that.
is very similar to Minnesota.
It is. North Carolina, Alaska, and Georgia. The state where you have the lowest chance of surviving an alien invasion is Nevada.
Why?
Anything that's
'Cause
flat.
they live there.
It's so open and
Well, it's
deserty.
so open and flat. Yeah, there's nowhere to hide.
Isn't that where the Area
Area
51?
51.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
they're already there. So, of course, you're not going to
They
survive.
are, yeah. Followed by Arizona, Nebraska, flat, Oregon, Utah, Oklahoma, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Wyoming. So
I'm really into this seed vault, guys. I'm really into this.
The
Did
what
you know that
vault?
it
The
has
seed vault?
the capacity to store 4.5 million varieties of crops? What? How exciting. I want to go on a tour.
You can't go into it. You can only literally go to a very snowy, cold environment that is surrounded by and look at it from the outside.
Sounds fun.
they would not let you in. First thing you do is you turn around and knock a big thing of seeds over,
We're like, oh,
sneeze
gosh.
on everything.
Was
It's
that
like
important?
Bailey sneezes on everything, contaminates all the mushrooms and hops. You're going to contaminate the hops, Bailey.
Not the hops.
The hops.
Oh.
All right, we'll be back in a second on KDWB, Dave's Dirt. We had a lot of stuff going on in the dirt. Tribute to one of the biggest musical figures of the last 50 years passed away. Mariah Carey says it's time, but time for what? I'll tell you coming up next on Dave's Dirt on KDWB. Stay here for Billie Eilish also. Remember that name for your chance to win. I won't.
Stood still, just like
We love it when celebrities make questionable decisions. And here's a bunch. Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Well, there's a couple of, we don't do politics on the show, but I do cover a little bit of political news. So Kamala Harris was on Saturday Night Live over the weekend, and they speculated about this one because I'm in the, I'm a pilot, so I'm kind of in that pilot community. And when you're going to fly somewhere, especially on a big plane, you have to file a flight plan. They noticed that Air Force Two, that is her plane, had filed a flight plan unexpectedly to New York City, like JFK. So the pilot community was like, she's going to be on Saturday Night Live. And sure enough, here she is on Saturday Night Live. And she came out on stage with, what's her name?
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph, thank you. Yeah, here we go.
It is nice to see you, Kamala. It is nice to see you, Kamala. And I'm just here to remind you, you got this. Because you can do something your opponent cannot do. You can open doors. I see what you did there, like to a garbage truck, right?
NBC did get a little bit of heat from the FCC because they have to offer equal time to prevent things like this happening. So they offered Donald Trump, I think, a minute and a half at the end of a NASCAR race. And that sounds like a joke. I'm not making that up. But there is an equal time rule. So in other words, if we really love candidate A and we invited candidate A on the show to be like, hey, candidate A, we're here to tell you how much I love you. And then candidate B, we didn't let them on. That would be, because we're FCC licensed. We're licensed to serve the public. So we would have to let candidate B on.
So that's on the network, not on SNL.
Same thing. SNL is on the network.
But I'm saying that people are coming at the network for it, not SNL for having Trump on.
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know who really made the decision, but the election is tomorrow, even though a lot of people have voted in advance. I'd really like to know how long it's going to take us to find out what the results are going to be. Because I think there's a lot of swing states that they got to vote and count and recount. And there's nothing worse than counting up a vote and your friend is in the background going 26, 74, 112.
And that's how they count them with the Scantrons.
Well, yeah, the Scantrons. But you know that there's Judy. Judy's counting up votes. She's licking her finger and counting the votes. And then there's some smart-ass friend in the background, Sarah, 42, 65. And she's like, I got to start over again.
Gotcha, Judy.
Stupid. Vikings won last night. It was kind of a cool thing because the Vikings won, but also Indianapolis had a chance to come back and recover an onside kick. It did not work. Onside kicks, as you know, almost never work, but you got to try them.
Sanchez got the bounce. Jefferson went up to get it. Even though he was contacted, he hangs on. And the star player on the field does close the deal for the Vikings with the recovery.
Quincy Jones passed away. He was 91 years old. And you might go, I know that name. But if you're older, you might remember Quincy Jones basically made the Michael Jackson Thriller album with all of the songs that were on there. Are these some of the clips from Thriller?
The biggest red flag.
Not that one.
Nope, the ones in
right
white.
here. The ones that say, for example, the ones that say Thriller. Okay, this one. He was a composer, a musician, an arranger, and a genius. And there would have been no Thriller album had it not been for Quincy Jones. Man, here's another one from that same album. I think it was Quincy Jones's idea to have Eddie Van Halen play on the song. So they called Eddie and said, hey, can you come over and play on this? And Eddie comes over and listens to the song and is like, watch this. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
It's actually
I got
pretty cool.
you.
Quincy Jones also convinced Michael Jackson to sing on the song We Are the World.
Michael didn't want to sing on the video. He thought it was overexposure at first. I talked Michael into being on the date, That would have been one of the biggest mistakes in his career if he hadn't showed up.
We are the world.
But he was there, man.
We are the children.
He was more than there.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. How'd it sound?
How'd it sound?
How'd it sound? I got to start putting that into my regular vocabulary. How'd it sound?
All right, give us a little sample.
No. I'll just
thought
say
you were
that
gonna
at the
sing for
end.
us.
No, I'll say that at the end of like our show every day. We'll take off our headphones. I'll go, how'd it sound?
Can you imagine?
Great.
Whoopie-doo.
Okay, we're going to do the Billie Eilish ticket tag thing right now. Do you remember the name of the last winner from 15, 20 minutes ago? If you do, you call me at 651-989-KDWB, and then you tell me the name of the last winner. And if you do, then you get the Billie Eilish tickets. I'm going to take caller number 10 to make it fair, caller number 10, and then we will get your name and then put that on the radio. You will hear that winner's name, and then you'll call at 910 to win another pair. This happens all day. I don't know where we got so many Billie Eilish tickets, but this must be a big, powerful radio station to get that many Billie Eilish tickets.
We found a box in a closet.
Exactly right. So call now, and we will make you a winner on that one. Peanut, was that his name? Peanut the Squirrel?
Peanut the Squirrel.
Peanut the Squirrel is such an interesting but sad story. And it's a squirrel. It's a dead squirrel. But the way the squirrel died is just, okay. So this guy found a little baby squirrel because his mother had gotten hit by a car. So the mother's dead on the road. So I guess he picks up this baby squirrel. I don't know how he did it, but he got the baby. And then he kind of nursed him back to health and raised him with a little bottle dropper and then kind of made him, like he was fine. So he goes to set him loose back in nature. And the little squirrel returns a couple of days later with half of its tail missing. So then they make the squirrel, Peanut the Squirrel, an internet sensation. And they teach him little tricks, and he wears a little cowboy hat, and he's a squirrel. So
they had
he's
him
adorable.
for 7 years.
That's
so
news
long.
to me. I didn't know it was 7 years.
7 years.
He had his own Instagram and TikTok, Peanut the Squirrel. Now, somebody complained, and this is where it gets a little bit foggy to me, but they complained about Peanut being an unauthorized, rabid, rabies-spreading something. So the nature wildlife people come by from New York. They take the squirrel, and to find out if he has rabies, they had to euthanize the squirrel and his friend, Fred the raccoon. And people are up in arms because it was just this cute little internet sensation squirrel. But at the end of the day, it's a squirrel, and they had to make sure that it didn't have rabies.
That's like a pet, though. That's
I
like
know.
that
I
would
agree.
be like someone stealing Josie from you.
Yeah.
So I really do feel bad. I understand the situation that like the squirrel did bite someone, and the only way to figure out if something has rabies is to euthanize them. But I just am still very, very sad for
I wonder
that.
if Vaughn has rabies.
Should we euthanize
should
him and find
euthanize
out?
Vaughn
Look at his brain matter. He's not even listening.
and see whether Vaughn
I'm
has
like
rabies.
doing calls, and I just hear euthanize Vaughn. What?
We're worried about, whether you have rabies, so we think we should euthanize you.
We know you out in the streets.
Hold still. Hold still
No,
1 second. Hold
no,
still.
get off. Get off.
Can I
Okay.
say that in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, one of the few people who have ever survived rabies.
Here comes a hayseed story. You ready for a hayseed
listen
story?
to this. It was the Catholic private school. One of the girls was hanging out in the church. She got bit by a bat. Didn't tell anyone about it.
Oh, God.
Got rabies. Was honestly like on her deathbed and came back to life and survived it.
Wow.
But yes, rabies is, if you get rabies, the chances of you surviving are very, very low.
Jenny over here. You guys, rabies, no joke, okay?
Yeah, no joke.
Don't
Just
get it.
Don't mess with it, okay? Make sure you get a rabies shot if you feel like you might have been exposed.
Well, I think the thing is with it's mostly I got bit by a random chihuahua at Amit's apple farm one time, and I was reaching out to pet this little land shark of death. I mean, chihuahuas are land sharks
Truly.
of death. They're the most
Truly.
vicious
Piranha.
animal of all time.
Piranha.
They're like a piranha with
Yeah,
legs.
legs.
So I reach out to scratch this little bastard and bit me in the finger and drew blood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the couple was so nice. They're like, he's had his shots. And so I went to my doctor, and the doctor said, you know what? Dogs don't really get rabies. It's bats and raccoons that get rabies. You're fine.
I want to
So-
start a band called Bats and Raccoons, and then our hit song is called Rabies. We're giving it to
Okay,
you.
work on that, and you have
Okay.
my full support. How
Yeah.
many days you need off? How many days you need off? I'll give you all the days off you need.
90. I'll take 90 days off.
Bye.
it takes a long time to record an album.
Yeah.
Bye.
How'd it sound?
All right.
Great callback.
Oh boy, Alondra. Good morning, Alondra.
Hi, good morning.
What are you up to this morning? You sound peppy today. What are you up to?
I am so excited. I'm doing something out of the ordinary. I didn't go to work. My daughter is sick, and the time aligned because now I get to win.
You
Yes, it
won.
did.
Oh my gosh! I hope your daughter feels better, but you feel better because you've got Billie Eilish tickets. What? Wait.
Wait.
I need one name. What's
Yes.
the name I need? What's the name?
cat.
Cat, yes, exactly right. Now, we do have a challenge. Alondra.
Alondra.
Alondra. I don't know anybody named Alondra. There's no song called Alondra. What's the best way to remember your name, Alondra?
Like, one time someone asked me if my name was Laundry because someone called me a laundry, and they thought they said laundry.
Okay.
Alondra.
So you know what's going to happen is at 9:10, we're going to take a caller and say, what was their name? They're going to say laundry.
Laundry.
Laundry. Well,
Take it.
we'll take it, though. Alondra, I'm so happy you won. Hope your daughter feels better. Thank you for listening to KDWB.
Take care. Thank you.
Yes. Now, remember, be here at 9:10. Remember the name Alondra, however you remember it, whether with laundry or you write it down. We'll ask for that name at 9:10 on KDWB. A couple of more quick stories. The big story a lot of people were talking about was Jason Kelce smashed a guy's phone because the guy was chasing after him, trying to get a reaction out of him. And he did, because he said something like, he called his brother Travis the F word. A gay slur, you know what that is. And he's just yelling at him. So Jason turns around, smacks the phone out of his hand. The guy tries to pick it up. Jason picks it up and carries it off. And I'm glad the guy, good.
Yep.
You just don't do that. Everybody knows that. Here is a clip if you didn't see it this weekend.
Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey. I can feel your brothers Kelsey, can I get a fist bump?
Well, the weird thing is they're all calling him Kelsey. Kelsey. That'd be like, hey, Hess. Did they not know his first name?
No, I think they do. I just think it's like
football.
You call a lot of football players by their last name.
Yeah.
But also, way to get like multiple people upset with you, because between the Swifties, fans of Jason Kelce and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, like, you've got an entire army of people that hate you now because you had to go do that.
Because you're a butthead.
You're a big old bully.
Yeah.
There was a story that the Swifties are mad at. I got to find it for you, but the Swifties are mad because somebody else took over the #1 spot, and I can't. Oh, here it is. Tyler Creator. He replaced Taylor Swift as Spotify's top artist, and he is very happy, and they are very upset with him.
But I heard that album was really good.
What, his album?
Tyler, the Creator. He either put out an EP or an album, and I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, not surprised. I love this story. Joker director Todd Phillips says there shouldn't be commercials in movie theaters because you already pay for a ticket. I kind of agree with that one, but I don't really mind. What do they have commercials
for? Trailers?
Trailers are great. I love to get there early. Some people are like, they show 25 minutes of trailers. I'm like, no, I really enjoy. They're like a little mini movie.
Yeah,
I really
like trailers. Only when they last like a few minutes, though. When they're 20 minutes long, that gets
They usually take 20 to 25 minutes now anymore. And I don't know. The only problem is my nachos are gone by the time the movie starts.
Well, yeah, no matter what, they're gone. Even if it's a 5 minutes of trailers, they're gone.
So good. And one more. Martha Stewart said that Ryan Reynolds is not funny in real life. I don't know how this came about. He said, I would disagree with her, but I tried that once. The woman is unexpectedly spry. She really closed the gap after a mile or so. I mean, you call an old person spry, that is not a compliment. We used to call my grandma, who was like 85 years old, spry. Oh, grandma's so spry. You ever start calling me spry, I'm gonna fork your lawn. I will come to your house.
Okay, hold on. Right back.
Can cross that off in Google Calendar.
Just cross that out, Jenny.
Dave Spry.
Cross it off.
We have it on. We have it on there.
Got it.
All right, we'll be back in a second on KDWB. 15 minutes away from the next ticket tag for Billie Eilish.
Disney's The Little Mermaid is coming to St. Paul. In a magical kingdom beneath the sea, the beautiful young mermaid Ariel longs to leave her ocean home to live in the world above. Perfect for the whole family, this story will capture your heart with irresistible songs including Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, and Part of Your World. Based on one of Hans Christian Andersen's most beloved stories and the classic